see. Got people on. I can't tell. Can't tell if I got people on or not. If anybody's in, go ahead and write a comment. That's how we're gonna know. Hello. Hopefully there'll be more than just you. Probably Patrick and Randall at least. I'm not sure exactly what we're going to do today. But we will come up with something. See, I got about 10 minutes. Yeah. No, you subbed, thanks. Once you get in, go ahead and write a comment if you can. Or if you can't, we'll just keep it up on the group name. Or I will. Good thing is my phone can prop up. Just okay. Look at it. Of course, I got my book here. Gotta keep that in the limelight. Says we got 2 people on. Three people on. Okay. Let's see. It's cold. What's this heck cold? How did we go from 3 to 2 people? Think you're in? All right, cool. I think I see you too. It's not letting him type. Okay. He can type on the group me and I'll see it. We got a few minutes. So. I'm going to invite the rest of alternative baseball too. Okay. I don't really have a plan of what we're going to do. I don't even know. Can I play Wii Sports if I wanted to? I don't even know if I can. Another TV isn't hooked up, right? Let me see. Oh, that's right. The remotes are probably dead. Okay, so it's not going to be a possibility either. Tyler Perrier. See, Justin's typing something. How much I want to bet Justin's going to say he can't make it? He's typing right now. I don't know how much y'all want to bet he's about to say he can't make it. Let's see. I gotta keep my book available. Need to decompress. Oh, at the Publix. See, Tyler Perrier. I don't know if I'm familiar with you. Are you with alternative baseball? Regardless, welcome. Yeah, regardless, welcome. I don't want to push anybody away or anything like that, of course. $457. Where? United Center. Oh no. Shoot. I was hoping we have better attendance. We got 6 people on. 6 people on now. Everybody, when you get on, write a comment so I know you're here, so I know who's here. I'm gonna leave the group me up. Oh, I want to be careful for that ceiling fan. Oh. We got a couple more minutes, so we'll give people time. I I know Matt said no. Five people? We'll keep that up for a little bit. What's happening, yo? What's happening? All right, it's 5 o'clock. All right. Well, better do something. All right. So, just like with any other practice, we're going to start with a little stretch. Right arm. Right arm. It's opposite for you, I think. Right arm over chest. Left arm. Pull it back. Just hold it. If you want to follow along, feel free. Hold on. All right, switch it up. Switch it up, switch it up. All right. Switch it up behind the back. Switching. All right. Now we'll do right arm out in front. Pull the fingers back. All right. Switch. All right. Now, switch them again, but going down this time. Switch them again. Still going down. It's a closer look at what the hands ideally look like. What news you got, Dale? Alright. Also do, let's see if we can do this. Feet together, and now touch your toes. Alright. Spread them now. And we'll go to the right. Your right. Your right. Alright. To your left. Alright. Come back home tomorrow night. Good. Alright, let's see. Maybe just take a second. Limber up on your own. Alright, now. Now we're gonna play catch. I'm gonna throw the baseball at the screen, and you gotta catch it. Okay, I'm kidding. Okay. So, since we don't have a way to play catch necessarily, you know what? Here's what we can do. I know something we can do. I know something might be kind of good. See, I got book on this place somewhere. Can you see? You can't even see it because of my head. Whatever. Hold on, I'm trying to get Justin on here. He said he's going to be here in a second. All right, here we'll go. I think I have an idea. What happened? It's a virtual practice. If you've had ABO practices before, we're just doing this one online since it's raining outside. The Auburn pilots, we typically practice every Thursday. So this is no. Alternative baseball. All right, yeah. Let's aggressive clicking. Yeah, I don't mean to. It just sounds like that. Okay, here we're going to, at least to start with. Maybe this will give us other ideas. We're going to watch some footage of Alternative Baseball's national event from 2019. So, okay. So this was at Mount Paran North Church of God, and this is when I was still on the Phoenix City team. Right? So we're just gonna watch it and we'll comment as it goes along.
This is Alternative Baseball with players with autism and other special needs.
Go, guys! I said Jersey just a little short.
And once again, starting pitcher for ABO Renegades, Tyler Arnold.
Let's try with pitching.
Pass the ball.
It's me catching him, of course.
Nice day. Could have been a lot harder.
You better know even if it wasn't. Bro, this bro. Damn.
And here we go, leading off for the Classics, John Owings, number 32. Hey, ball!
Get it!
Luke Morgan, 55, I'm told, 55.
Justin said he's on. He just can't. He's going to come
Way to be there, kid.
Okay. So here's a play we can break down right here, all right? Because, it's easy to get into a rut when we get to practice and we're just looking at, or we're just taking our ground balls or playing catch or just hitting. But we got to be able to know how to play the game, not just go through motions, okay? So when it comes to baseball IQ, this is important stuff, okay? So I'm going to break it down a little bit. I'm gonna mute it actually to make it a little easier on me. And can I make it slow motion? Yeah, let's see if I can make it slow motion for a little bit. Ron throws the ball. Bam. And he hits the ball. Okay. So you can see the ball. Okay. The ball's right here. I don't know if you can see my mouse. But ball's right there. And that's Nick Seaboard right there. I'm not sure if he still plays alternative baseball or not, but he was at third base. Okay. There's the ball. Going down the line. Terrible. Okay. Look at me right here. What am I doing right here? What do you notice? You can notice there's something I'm doing and there's something I'm not doing. Yes, I'm running to first base. All right. The reason I'm running to first base is exactly what happens here. People gets up, and he throws. He uses his entire body to throw. He uses mainly the arm. All right. Of course. But you see, really uses his legs to get in there. A lot of people use just their arm to throw. You want to get in your legs too. Your legs are the strongest muscles in your body. That's why I've talked to Patrick one time before. When you throw and when you hit, bend your knees, get in your legs. Those are the strongest muscles of your body. All right? If you just use the arm or the arms to swing, you're missing out on a lot of power. And especially, that's how people have arm trouble. They throw and they just rely on the arm to throw. And then they end up getting hurt or getting worn out more easily because the muscles in the arms aren't as big as the muscles in the legs. Leg muscles are bigger, they're stronger, they have more stamina to them. Definitely keep that in mind when you throw and when you hit. For like example, if you're throwing, it's not just a one-arm motion. It's you're here. You can't see my knees right now, but they're bent. All right. Same thing when you're hitting. All right. Get that good athletic position. But this play, okay, the ball's thrown. Okay. First baseman right here. That's Brendan Pattenhode. Something else right here. Matt's not here. But if anybody else who would want to play first base is here, look at his foot right there. Okay. It's right on top of first base. That's what you want to do if you want to get your ankle broken and then you want to miss 6 months. Okay? Do not do this. Okay? You when the ball is hit, you kind of straddle the base with your body. And then when the ball is thrown, you read it and you adjust where your body is to know where you put your foot on the base and where to reach out for the ball. These things are easier to show you in person or easier to show you if I had a bigger camera, but I don't. All right, we're just going to look at this and go from there. All right, but do not put your foot right there over the base. All you have to do is ask Tim Hudson about that. All right, now, to my knowledge, where's the ball at? Is that the ball right there? Yeah. First of all, this throw is way offline. Okay. Again, that. Okay. The ball's right here. Okay. Because the first baseman just put his foot on the base and was just reaching out for the throw before the throw even got to him, he didn't have the time or the mobility to adjust to it and come over here and catch the ball. And then the batter runner has to avoid you by rule. All right? But no, instead, the ball ends up going past him and nearly hitting this camera lady because first baseman here didn't adjust. Also, just wasn't a very good throw. It's not an error on the first baseman. It's an error on the third baseman. However, look who's right there. The catcher backing up first base. This is why, okay? With no runners on or a runner on first base only, a catcher is going to want to back up first base here. Because otherwise, if I'm not here, this guy's going to have to come get it. And he's already shown his mobility is off because he wasn't able to go get that throw. So if he's got to come all the way here and get that throw, well, let's just look at what happens first, okay? So I grab that baseball. I look up, see what the runner is. See? Batter runner's right there because he saw that I was there. If I'm not here and Brendan has to come get that ball, it's very possible the batter runner decides to try for second base. And instead of getting an out at first base, or at least holding him at first base, then you've got a runner in scoring position. But because I backed him up here, I kept him on first base, and I kept the double play in order, okay? It's everyone's responsibility to keep the double play in order. We've gone over double plays before. That's in the infield. With a runner on first base, one infielder fields the ball. You throw the ball to second base. Person covering second base catches it while standing on the base. Then they throw it to first base. That's 2 outs. Okay? With a guy on second base, you can't turn a play like that. Right? You need a runner on first base and then a ground ball in the infield. Because I backed him up, I kept that in order. Anybody on the field can keep the double play in order. Okay? If you can keep the double play in order, you're going to make things easier for everybody. All right. Also, I'm not exactly sure what Brendan's doing here. Like, I'm seriously going to throw the ball to him. He already didn't catch it once. And also, the runner's close enough. I'm not gonna make that throw there. I'm just gonna eat it, and we're gonna let him be at first base. And that's gonna be that. Okay. And so I'll put it back to full motion here.
Now batting number 23, Johnny Estrada, 23.
Right. So that was just, you see how much we got off of that one play. Off of that one play. I talked about using your legs to throw and to hit. Talked about a first baseman navigating his way around the base to get it out and to keep the ball in front. And a catcher backing up the base. It's at least 3 things. Okay. Knock it down if you can't make the play. Absolutely. I say it every practice. Keep the ball in front of you. Keep the ball in front of you. Again, with alternative baseball, you're going to score runs. Okay? You're going to get your runs. Don't worry about that. Keep the other team from scoring. All right? Stop them from running the bases. You're going to run the bases. You're going to score your runs as a team. Don't worry about that. You need, as a team, to keep the other team from doing that. If an alternative baseball team can effectively keep the other teams hitting and running from scoring, they will win. I can just about guarantee it. Every ABO game has played out that way. The teams that can't keep the other team from scoring lose. Most ABO games are high-scoring games. Why? Because most teams can't keep the other team from scoring. They can score, but they can't keep the other team from doing so. Their defense isn't there. Depending on the pitcher, sometimes the pitching's there, sometimes it's not. Right? And last year's second game of the doubleheader in Dallas that I was umpiring, the blue team, the team I was supposed to be on until I got called to be the umpire as an emergency, the blue team won that game, 16-1? That team effectively kept the red team from scoring. And so they won. And their pitching was there. Right. What's up, Joshua? How you doing? 21. Yeah, 21-1. There you go. Because the blue team kept the red team from scoring. If you can keep the other team from scoring, you'll win. If you can't, then you better hope that by the end of the game, you happen to have more runs. But you can almost assure yourself a win if you can keep the other team from scoring. By the way, this is before we brought in those smaller baseballs. These are the big ones. We used the smaller ones now. Big ground ball.
Go, go, go!
Okay. See the problem? Y'all see the problem again? Ball's hit. I'm backing up first base again because there was a run on first base. Throw from Tyler. Not the best. Look at him. This time his foot's not even on the base. Too many first basemen get this preconceived notion that they have to always just stand on or around first base. And if they can't reach the ball, oh well. No. You've got to keep the ball in front of you. You've got to find a way to do it. You may not always be able to. But, I mean, that throw right there, as close as it was, if Brendan had come off the base, he would have been able to keep it in front of him. Okay? Now, you've not only got the runner from first base headed to second, you've got a better runner headed to first, and now the ball's getting by him. Okay? I don't know if you heard my voice there. I'm saying, I got you. But look at this here. Now this runner is headed for third base. And he doesn't necessarily need to move forward to the ball. He needs to get in the path of the ball. If you move forward to it, you might actually do yourself more harm than good. Right? But this runner's headed for third base now. And Estrada's now headed for second base. So this is even worse than the situation a minute ago. Because before, we were keeping a runner on first base. Now this ball's getting by him. And unless I talk a miracle throw here, which we're going to see if that happens here in a minute, there's two runners in scoring position. When I made that throw, I seriously thought I was going to be able to get him out. But I didn't. And then I had to hustle home. If that runner from third base had tried to get it home, then there probably wouldn't have been anybody there. Perhaps Tyler would have covered it, but I'm not sure. All right?
Number 67, Craig Brazil. 67.
He's also going to be at Weekly Field.
Come on, Tyler.
There's two runners in scoring position with one out. A tough situation. All right, Tyler fields it. Okay, they get the out here. Again, look at the first baseman's feet. Right over the base where his ankle could get broken if somebody steps on it. And he's also on the base with the wrong foot. He needs to step toward the baseball there. All right, don't confuse that with what I said just a minute ago in response to Deella talking about moving forward to the baseball. Let's talk about if you have to come off the base. If you don't have to, you want to stretch it to the baseball. All right? Although in this case, no runners against.
Now batting, number 7, Jeff Keppinger. And Jeff does
Tyler
it
does
Jeff,
well.
buddy.
Tyler Arnold, he fields his position. And you just saw it there.
Over to Cincinnati Reds.
Good stop.
And you see, we got a good block there. I don't know if Alejandro's here or not. I don't think so. But as a catcher, you got to be able to do that. We have to get off the reason. I keep it down here. He's doing it again. Did you hear me? Manny Estrada at second base. He's on the other team, but he was a former big league catcher. He commended me right there. He said, "I see you working back there." He's catcher to be able to weeks earlier. Okay, popped it up again. Now the count's 3-0. Tyler needs to bear down.
It's
It's 2-4 over this way. See, every pitch is going that way.
Once again, Tyler catches closer, throws. Throw out. Again, this that's damage control. Okay? We could have easily allowed 2 run time. Instead, we gave up none. So these are 4 professional players, and we held them scoreless right now, even though they threatened. They didn't have to. That's just the way it turned out.
Need to be played. Maybe not. I think it's just recording.
Stinson from the Wheels closer pitching there.
Leading off for the Renegades, number 37, Samuel Barrett. 37.
That pitch was probably a little bit low, but looking at it now, it made it across the strike zone before the catcher caught it. At the time, I was like, "Oh, that's kind of low," but yeah, it didn't really matter. I didn't bother. Too bad the umpire's standing in the way. You can't really see my swing that much. If I was a lefty, you'd be able to. And 2-1 count. All right. You see, I'm just taking my time. I'm not overly anxious. Letting the ball come to me. Deciding if I'm going to hit it, if I'm going to swing at it. And you put a good swing on the ball. Of course, I haven't swung at a pitch yet, but I will. And piece of that. We'll see if I'm looking at contact. Okay, I must have hit on kind of the inside part of the bat. Yeah.
Come on, Sammy, you got this.
Good job by Kevin Cheek there to block that up too. I think the count is 3-1. No, 3-2. Okay. Yep. See there? Hits me right in the hand. And so I'm going to go to first base. That's why I tell y'all too, particularly with those bigger baseballs, even though we're using smaller ones now, but even with those, don't be scared of the ball because you're going to get to go to first base. All right? That's like the biggest incentive I can tell you. If you're scared of the ball at the plate, then just remember you get to go to first base. All right? And that's going to help your team. All right?
Number 6, Austin Pratt.
It's Austin Pratt.
Number 6.
Columbus. He started the game in Columbus just a few weeks ago. He's the starting pitcher for them. Right, check this out now. Look at that right side of your screen. See, I'm still in there. So it gets a good throw out. And they were standing by second. So that made me the first alternative baseball player to steal a base in a game against former professional players. Look at this aggressive base running right here. Ball's in the dirt. Cheap blocks it up a little bit. Lobs it. I take off. I would not recommend everybody try to do that. You've got to have the speed to do it. But I do. Most people probably do not. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Okay. So Taylor Duncan's a bat here. And this, so I'm on third base. Taylor's batting here. Grabs the ball. I decide to take off. They throw the ball home. Stop. Step on home plate just for the tag. Again, they're safely. And you score. You see how important it was to not allow those 2 runs in the top half of the first inning? Because if we had allowed those, all of a sudden we're just down by 1 instead of being up by 1. And so this score actually remained
Now batting,
for about
number
3 innings.
4, Walter Smith.
That first inning, we kind
Number
of
4.
pressure on them a little bit.
See, it doesn't do it right. It's not a JPEG. So you did put a 1. No.
Okay. Let's take a look at this one right here. Right. Again, it takes aggression to make these kind of plays. We've practiced pop-ups before in the infield, particularly last practice where we had to communicate. Got to say, all right, you got to call ball, or mine, or I got it. And you've got to assert yourself with that. You can't be afraid of colliding with somebody else. It's easy to say, oh, I'm not scared of that. You got to be out there and do it, you know? For the most part, in alternative baseball, if you sell it, if you're like, I got it, and you're letting everybody else know, and it doesn't sound scripted, it's truly authentic, I've got this, they're going to let you take it, right? So, again, there's been, in Columbus, there were 3 plays that me as the catcher that were mine. All right, there was one that was down in foul territory, down the foul line here, that I dove for, and the ball was just out of my reach. There was another one that took me to their on-deck circle, slid for a little bit, had it in my mitt until I hit the ground a little bit, and ended up falling out of my glove, out of my mitt. And then immediately afterward, there was a pop-up between the plate and the pitcher's rubber, and I got it. All right. You'll see another play right here. Up. I picked it up by the air. Look at this. Ball's in the air. I see it. Right there, I just decide, I've got it. In my mind, this is my ball. I'm going to take it. This is not, oh, I'll take it if somebody else doesn't want it, or, oh, hopefully somebody else will take it, but if they don't, maybe I can come in and make the catch at the last second. No, this is my ball. I've got my eyes on it. I'm going to get it. And if you end up colliding into me as I'm trying to get this ball, that's on you. Especially since the entire time from this point until the time I catch it, I'm yelling out, I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it. I don't think you can hear me, but that's what it is. Bam. And I catch it. Of course, Skylar Stevens right there. I don't think he was so sure about it first. Look at him. He was going forward too. You see, I was communicating. I think look at where his eyes are. Okay, he was looking up at the ball too. That's good, because if he was looking at me at any point while the ball's up in the air, then it would show that he wasn't committed to it. But I think he probably wouldn't make the catch anyways had I not. Going out. And then, of course, by now we were down 3-1. Of course, the score will be a lot more lopsided by the end.
And after a great play by Walter Smith, number 4.
I want you to look at this pitch right here. Again, this is a former big league closer that's pitching here. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. If you can, it's right around here. The ball's in the air. And I tell myself, like, all right, the ball's coming, like, at me. So I was like, all right, I'm not going to swing. Immediately afterward, the ball starts curving right into the strike zone. Right there down the middle of the plate for strike 3. Bam. Strike 3, I'm out. I was out. There you go. What up? Right. What else? Let's see if there's anything else we want to talk about.
takes one.
Yeah! That's all right, 37, wait a minute.
Pratt, number 6.
Nice, bro.
Pitcher.
From the outfield.
Pitcher.
Nice, bro.
So we can tell.
Mr.
I think this is a tough inning.
Bring the cage, be ready.
Look at this play. This is in the air. Austin Pratt, there she is. See? I don't know if you could see that. Look at that left side of your screen there. You've got Austin Pratt coming from left field and Skylar Stevens coming from shortstop. They don't communicate. They're scared. All right? Oh, I don't want to hit the other guy. Or I don't want to offend the other guy by calling him off. And the ball drops and no one gets it. Both runners advance, including a no score. Got the bases loaded.
57, Craig Brazil.
Wow. That man must have been trying to throw so hard. The velocity is what Steven does best.
He's out. He's out.
Sure.
This player here. Grounded to shortstop. And Scalaboots. All right. Okay, so the score's 9-1 now. All right. When you're in these games, and maybe it's hot outside, or maybe you're losing by a good bit, or maybe you've been standing out there for a while, it can be very easy to lose focus. When you lose focus, plays like that happen, and a score ends up going from 3-1 to 9-1. Right? A ground ball like that is a ground ball that we take every practice, and he missed it. Right? And when your defense stays out there on the field a long time, that's what can happen. That's why playing good defense is so important. Not only does it keep the other team from scoring, it keeps you ready to hit so that you can score. That's why I tell people, keep the ball in front of you. Right? Always find a way to make the catch, get it out. Keep the ball in front and find an out. I don't care what kind of out it is. Get an out. I don't care what kind. Don't do something stupid to get it, because then chances are you won't get it. Find an out. All right? That's why I tell Diella too, don't slide and dive if you don't have to. You're going to cost yourself. Because the time that you use to dive for something that you don't have to, and then get up and throw somewhere, in that amount of time, I could have scooped the ball up, and the ball could already be on its way to first base by the time you get up. And I could be getting it out. Whereas the runner's nearly already safe by the time you let go of the ball to throw. All right? I know it's fun to slide and dive, but the reason you don't see even me do it unless I have to.
What is that, 9?
Barry Evans.
Come on, get him out, get him out, get him out. Tag the base. You got to tag the base. Tag the base.
Look at this too, okay? I already said bases were loaded, right?
Come on,
He both
get him
flips
out.
the ball. Look how close he is to third base. All he's got to do is just step on third base, and he's going to get it out there. But he throws it to me.
Get him out, tag the base. Tag the base.
He makes the throw too high, too.
You got to tag the base. He's coming, watch him.
Well, Ron was probably going to score there anyways. We could have gotten it out. But we didn't. Plays like that are what will cost you. If you want to talk about mental stuff when it comes to the game, that kind of mental stuff. Baseball IQ. That's what matters here.
Number 11, Sean Cheek. Number 11.
Well, how can I
See, Mom had it.
Second base. Second base. Second base.
Nobody there.
All right, look at this too. Clear lack of focus. Okay, so you see where Skylar Stevens is. He's just to the left of me right there.
Second base.
And he's coming over here. And the fans are yelling second base, second base. First of all, don't always listen to the fans. Okay, we were fine. Second base didn't need to be covered. All right, there was a runner at third base anyways. You can't have two runners on a base at the same time. But look at who the second baseman is. Alejandro here. Look how far away he is from second base. Where's he at in this play? No, he's just standing over there probably chewing bubble gum or something. Okay? When you lose focus, that's what happens. And Steven feels the need to throw the ball to Skylar. Now look at that. The ball's already all the way at second base. So to make a throw all the way to home, an accurate throw, for me to get Greg Brazell here out, is going to be a lot tougher. So he comes home and scores. Meanwhile, the throw to Nick Seaboard here in a rundown that didn't need to happen in the first place is dropped. He throws back. That's a run scoring. And then the throw goes back to second base. And no one's there to cover third base. Right? So, a bunch of throwing the ball around that didn't have to happen. Okay? That's when you have a coach that comes out and calls for mounting. And that's when he tells us we're losing focus. You can't panic and throw the ball around just because you see a run off. That's how baseball works. Even needed to. I gave him some bad advice. I told him to take a little bit off his pitch, get more control, and it didn't work for him. And I kind of screwed him up a little bit there.
He did.
Still, look how far away both Skylar and Alejandro are from second base. I want y'all to see this. Those of you who play the middle infield, shortstop, second base, okay, there's no one there. I'm not sure if there's a runner on first here or not. I can't tell. There probably is. If there is, there's no way in heck anybody should be that far away. Y'all got to be in double play depth so y'all can make that play. All right? You got about 9 minutes. So,
Come on. Help out.
Bravo. Where the grass is?
let's wait a little bit.
Look around.
Let's final the game.
There's a fence
This is probably the hardest hit ball I've been when I was told by a lot of people. To right field. Oh, that's a good angle right there. But I want you to look at it. There's the right fielder right there when he makes the catch. He's in shallow right field. Okay. First of all, I dropped my shoulder on that a little bit. That's probably the reason why the ball went so far in the air instead of being a line drive. But when the hardest hit ball of the day is in shallow right field, that's a fly out, that's a hitting problem. That's why. That's why you have a final score of that. Right? I told you, you're going to get your runs but you've got to keep the other team from scoring. The classic baseball stars kept us from scoring. Okay? They had good pitching. They had good defense. And mostly they had a team that didn't lock in at the plate. And they had a team that, on defense, lost its focus. Particularly in one inning that gave up a bunch of runs, but it didn't matter anyways because we only scored one. So even if you take away innings with crooked numbers, we still lose by a few. You know? So, I don't know if there's much else we want to cover today. But as far as, sure, we'll go over the upcoming schedule. So I'm not at all meaning to speak for Taylor here, for Taylor Duncan. He's the one who has all the information. But according to our schedule, our next game is October 12th. All right? And that's going to be in Macon. All right? Luther Williams Field, we went there last year, and we're going again. All right? I plan to be there. I know good thing about Carrollton is Taylor said they're already looking at rescheduling or other kind of plans. All right. I'm hoping we'll get to the same with Noonan and Lilburn. But I hadn't heard anything about those. I kind of have a feeling that those aren't going to get made up. All right. The weekend after Macon, I don't know how many of y'all have heard that are outside of Auburn, but we've added a game in Auburn. Duck Sanford Park. Y'all can get the address at the time. It's going to be October 19th. Same time during the day as usual, probably at 1 p.m. It's going to be in Auburn. So we're looking forward to that one. And then because we had to move our big national event at Rickwood Field, we moved it to November 9th. That was the date that we were going to have our Dallas doubleheader. But that has been moved up to November 2nd. Okay? So October 12th is Macon. October 19th is Auburn. November 2nd is Dallas. November 9th is Birmingham. And my guess is we'll have a Carrollton event mixed in there somewhere because Carrollton's event last year ended up getting canceled too. In my opinion, we've had to cancel far too many games in these past 2 years. Far too many community integration games. We got to be playing more. Taylor's already said we may not have as many games in the Southeast during the summer. Hopefully that'll give more organizations a chance to experience alternative baseball, and we'll still be able to make it to some. But so in the spring and the fall, that's the thing. We're not going to have too many games, all right, because we have the spring and then the fall. It's not going to be every weekend. Who knows? So we got to be ready to play when we do. Because unless my memory has kind of dropped off, we've only played one game this year. And it was Columbus. That's it. By this point last year, we played Noonan. We played Columbus. And I don't remember if we played another one. But I think we've had far too many cancellations. But that's not anything that y'all can control, or anything that a whole lot of us can control at all. So we got to be ready to play when we get these games. If we say we look forward to games, we got to be able to enjoy them, and you got to be ready. So when you go to practice and you're on the phone, you're not focused. If you go to practice and you get there late unnecessarily, you're not focused. If you don't come to practice at all and there's not a real reason, it's not anything significant, you're not focused. And it's going to show. Right? Everybody's entitled to, be late or be absent every once in a while. Life's going to happen, of course. I don't think anybody wants to take the humanity out of alternative baseball. But I know we want to enjoy it. We got to be ready to play when we do, because we never know. We've had Noonan get canceled, Lilburn get canceled, Birmingham get moved, Kelton get canceled. That's off the top of my head. 4 events we've had get called off. 4, and we've played 1. So scheduling does not seem to be on our side. We've got to be ready to play. We've got Talladega too. Justin brought up another one. Talladega guys count 5. That's 5 games that have been canceled. Yeah. Noonan, Lilburn, Talladega, Birmingham, Kelton. Birmingham's been moved, but still. 5, and we've played 1. Thank you, Justin. So, scheduling's not on our side. So, whenever we do get the opportunity to play, it will show if you're really ready and if you really want to. All right? So, it's 6 o'clock my time, 5 o'clock y'all's time. If we want to stick around a little bit more, we can. Or otherwise, we can go ahead and sign off. Whatever y'all want to do, y'all let me know. But that's pretty well, our time that we usually have. I think, we have a little bit more time. If y'all say, no, this is good, we want to do a little bit more, we can certainly do that. I'm not time constrained. But if y'all want to or need to head out, that's perfectly fine too. I do appreciate y'all coming. And I'm ready for the next practice too. Hopefully the field will be dry by then. I feel like I just said I feel like it will be. Actually, if I check the Auburn weather, today's Thursday. Okay. Let's check next Thursday. Next Thursday is going to be October 3rd. It looks good. Definitely, Patrick. Definitely. Use your legs when you throw and when you hit. It's going to help you out a lot. You'll throw and hit the ball farther than you ever thought you could. Right? It's if you hit a baseball well, it is amazing what a baseball will do off of your bat. I have been surprised before. It's sometimes it almost seems like this thing can be a magic wand. It's not, but I'm telling you, I wish all y'all could feel that feeling of, particularly with a real baseball, but even with one of our baseballs. You center cup it with a perfect swing and you watch it fly and you hardly feel it off the bat. You can get there, but you've got to come to practice ready. You can't just go through the motions. And you got to work on it, and you can get there. So, also, if anybody's watching and they don't have my book, what are you doing? Get one. Now, me and Evan are still thinking about doing a signing at his office. We'll discuss that as time goes along to see what the date will be. Of course, that doesn't have to be in baseball season or anything. So I'll have to look and decide then. And I would need to order all the copies ahead of time. And y'all will get updates on that as it goes along. And Justin, I do thank you for suggesting that. Weather should be good. I certainly hope so. All right, so if I can show this, there's our remaining schedule, tentatively. Okay. Probably gonna put a Carrollton event sometime in there too. Are there any questions? I should say that. Are there any questions about anything we've covered today, or about anything else? I don't know. I guess you can ask a question about anything you want to ask. How do you, I don't know if I could answer how to take a stain out of one pair of pants and then put them in another pair of pants. I don't know if I can tell you that, but anything else? I guess we're gonna have a little fun. Where? What? What? Hold on a second. Oh, they're what with my jersey? I swear. I better not have lost that freaking thing. I swear. If I've lost my jersey, Oh! It's buried back here. Let's not do that. On my jersey. Go Pilots. Dio, you need to find your pants. Got that too, yeah, for real. I like these jerseys. I just wish we had more games to wear them in. We want to break it down virtually? Here, I can do this too, as we break it down. All right, here we go. Pass on 3. Pass on 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, perfect picture. Pilot. All right, Joe. I appreciate y'all. Think this was good. I'm hoping we will be back at the field next week. And so I'm going to go ahead and end this. And I might even make a phone call tonight. Who knows? All right. I will see y'all next time.